Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about identity. And today I just wanted to tell you that identity is dynamic. What do I mean by dynamic? Dynamic is anything that is subject to change and is inevitable to change. So there are two things involved. Anything that is dynamic is subject to change and is inevitable to change. Meaning that over time, what is dynamic must grow, it must evolve, it must transform, it must change. Identity is a story, it's a progress, it's a chapter of your life, and you become something else each day by your actions, by your inactions, your past decisions, your trauma, your values, your morals. These shape your identity, and neither of those things aren't subject to change. So there's nothing that you believe about yourself on the inside that you can't change. So let me break this down for you. You probably have a friend or anybody in your life that goes around, saying, "Oh, I have anger issues. Like, that's just who I am. Like, it's just me for you, right?" Or, "I'm just a selfish person. Like, there's nothing that I can do about that. Like, I'm just slow. That's just me. It's just me." You see that word just? That's the trick. It's not just you. Because you say it with your mouth and you believe it, your inner witness believes it. Here's the thing, saying that you're something is not enough. You have to say it and you have to agree with it on the inside. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, this is very complicated because for you to come in agreement with an identity that you speak with over yourself, it's easier when there's proof of that identity. For example, now, I could say because I work out every day, a disciplined person, a hardworking person. I could say I'm a strong person. I could say I'm a strong person, but there's evidence to back that up. It's not showing, but you get, but there's evidence to back that up. So if I say I'm a strong person and I believe I am, because I actually believe that I am, my inner witness agrees with me, and that kind of creates neurons in my brain, signals in my brain that says Elvis is what? Strong. So over time, as I grow, guess what? I become a strong person. Now, this isn't like to be like a motivational speaker or anything. Like, it's just experience. At the same time, you could also say my life is useless. And if you tell yourself your life is useless, I'll agree with you because your life will actually become useless. You say your life is useless, you agree inside yourself, your inner witness agrees with you that your life is useless. And so over time, your life progresses into obscurity. It progresses into uselessness. That's one thing. It can go like this, it can go like this, depending on how you want to see it. So I think that one thing that holds all of us back is the belief that some things we can't change about ourselves. Yeah, I think anything is fixable. Let me not say fix. I think anything can change. You know, you can intentionally change anything, but what people don't realize is that intentionally changing something that is second nature to you is extremely hard, and it's not aesthetically pleasing, and it's not, like a 2 minute Hollywood montage. It takes months, it takes years, it takes sweats, it's disgusting, it's conflicting, it's sad, it's scary. It's scary just to think about it. It's scary, but depending on what you want to change, anything can change, and identity is dynamic. So your identity depends on what you believe about yourself and what you do, no matter how much you say that you're so and so, like, if you don't do anything that reinforces that identity, it won't really work. And I didn't used to really take this thing so seriously until I found out that there is witchcraft. You know witchcraft, right? Hocus pocus, abracadabra, blah blah blah. There's witchcraft that you use to make you love yourself. That was the day that it clicked for me. Because why do you need to do witchcraft to say words if those words don't have meaning? If those words do not render power over an aspect of your life, why would you need a witchcraft spell to say a word? Why would I need to do witchcraft to say that I love myself if me saying that I love myself didn't have an effect over my self perception? Like, do you get what I'm saying? So that was the day that it clicked for me. And I think it's very wise that you take like what you say about yourself very seriously. Like, even like self-deprecating jokes, like, it honestly should get to an extent. If it's something that you're saying all the time, eventually your inner witness is going to agree with you, and eventually your life is going to be shaped in that direction. So that's one thing you need to note. Another thing is that someone can say something over you, but what they say over you has no power. It has no power until you come in agreement with it on the inside. Now, what do I mean? Someone can walk up to me and say, "Oh, Elvis, you're a really ugly person." And I know I'm not handsome, I'm mid. But the rest of that day, I could think about what that person said to me. Am I really ugly? I'll look at myself in the mirror again. Oh, am I that ugly? See my chipped tooth. My teeth aren't that white. See all these pimples on my face. Like, oh my god. Look at my white hair. I look so cringe. Look at my eyes. They're so. Look at the pimples on my face. Like, look at my side hair. Eventually, every single thing that you have appreciated about yourself will become an object of ugliness. Do you get? And your inner witness is gradually going to think, "Oh, Elvis, you're actually very ugly. Before, I thought I was fine, but now I'm actually ugly." And my life is going to be shaped with ugliness. Eventually, I will think that I'm ugly, and eventually that ugliness is going to show on the outside, on the inside, mentally, and in everything about myself. That ugliness is going to show. So the thing is that what someone says over you, it has no power until you decide to come in agreement with it. And the trick is that you making a decision to come in agreement with something that someone says about you is not necessarily voluntary. It's not necessarily conscious. You can subconsciously make a decision to come in agreement with something that someone says about you. You can come in agreement with what someone says about you by dwelling on that thing constantly, by reinforcing, that belief, by reevaluating your standards, yourself, your image to fit the perception that that person has spoken over you. That's how you come in agreement with something. It doesn't have to be conscious. It can be subconscious. One harsh word that you think about for days and years, it's a subconscious agreement. You're making a decision, albeit subconsciously. That's scary. It's something that you should actually be scared of, and that's maybe not scared of, but it's something that you should really think about all the time. When weighing what words you allow to have power over you. And that's the thing. The difference between a word and, let's say, a punch. Someone punches me like this. I feel the blow. I feel the blow. I feel it again and again and again. And here, I feel that blow. Now my cheeks are going to swell up later. Maybe not in this video, but it's going to swell up later. Now my eyes are glazing because of the pain. You see that? I feel that pain. But guess what? By next tomorrow, I won't even remember this thing that I did. Unless I go back and watch this video, I won't even remember that I punched myself. I could scratch myself and it's gonna hurt for like 30 minutes, but after that it's going to scar. And the only evidence that an attack was made on my body is a scar. And guess what? A scar represents victory. It shows that I overcame that. A scar is a story of a victor. But the thing with words is that you can always dwell on it, and it will hurt the same way as a physical attack, as an equivalent, physical attack. But things don't scar. A wound can scar involuntarily. You don't have to think about the wound to scar for your wound to scar, right? But things that happen on the inside is a very conscious and legalistic procedure. It's something you have to make the decision to say, no, this is not going to affect me. No, this is not who I am. No, this is not who I want to be. You see what I'm saying? You catch my drift? And that's it. And I think that people misuse this because they don't have an awareness for this. If you're a parent and you're watching this, you need to stop speaking anyhow about your kids. You don't just go in public and you say, oh, this is my son, he's a very dull person, see that guy, he makes straight A's, he's doing this, he's doing that. Meanwhile, that one is just there playing games. He's such a stupid person. Stop doing that. You need to stop doing that because your words have more power than you realize. Parents especially, students, you need to stop doing that, honestly speaking, especially on the minds of adolescent kids that don't understand the power of these things, kids that their self-perception is still being shaped, kids that don't even know who they are yet. Why would you want to reinforce an identity that they are building with something negative? Why would you want to do that? And why would you want to do it yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? Come closer. Words have an effect. They have power. But you decide what power that a word can have over you. Anyways, that's it for next video. My name is Elvis. I say what's on my mind, basically. If you want to see the more brain rot side, just go to my TikTok. You'll see all manner of rubbish there. But yeah, I came up with this and I said, if I'm going to have a digital footprint, what's my digital footprint going to look like? If someone is going to run across Elvis on YouTube, what is it going to look like? So that's it. Anyways, I'm waiting for my hair to grow back. I hate having short hair, Well, bye. And I hope this, means something to you. This will probably get I don't know, anyone could see this. It could blow up. It could also not blow up. But at least I hope that if you see this video, it does something to you. So, bye.